na not so ekosi car not nem akonwa na oda Land Cruiser
a bodyguard there
ba na tepa midwifery training college no mu nika ba na akonwa e da Land Cruiser yes we agree say protecting the president and other things they are very much expensive but you don't put a Land Cruiser there now with the akonwa and a tomb wa bra baby a dipa kwaje ayarehwe no only car ultimately bani pasa na ho yade
pemfo
okay after the NPP had lost the elections okotena pew so
chebi
asor dem bench no okoyie obi akura nchia no
oni afanyama kana next
that time no na Land Cruiser na dey akonya kono wo hen
mere ni nkaso baby
hwese wo bo bra yi obedi mre akaso me you know the president I respect so much in this country Kwame Nkrumah
fantastic it did that so hosa
fantastic we didn't mre na akaso because of the nyansa etoto enema
asamaba
ayo enema and no 6 days so ye mienu no yaboa ye ho no ye bae
Hopeson so awura mo
anti 6 no esa anti en catch radio manager the TV manager say ye be pon 7 say muntime pon 7 amoda mon kan chen ne fire asem ye nsoro ko and I ehwe bi animu enti wo ho say anope na meka na me nua bae na host ye show no
oh okay
ai na me busa say wo hwe MPP history a ma menka kakra nkyerɛ
so de wono man anti ache
me started say me de me ho to ho ama party no na mo 12 years
wow at the age of 12
yes bisa MPP nana na book days asort ase so nwi
ote ase
osaf ma fo so ho
oho
message ekufu so ho MPP mpanifo bebiri omote ase omwi chairman FF fanto ho
dey no aboy
aha omwi na omo ho I was a little boy. You lose in 1992 elections. I said it this morning. Yeah? Kufuor called for a meeting. Then Penifuni in Abishiem. Toto Niama Drinkin and Niama home fine. And Obisa won't say power na momope. And I said, won't you? Anyway, I am saying no more pay. The woman na agree say, omope power. Also fantastic. Some more power there. Mama yen san kusin in the name. And the Jacob for about 1996. I'm fat. No, but we need 2000. 1996, 1997. Okay. Before Yabeko Sunyani 1998. Yabeko Sunyani 98. Ako finalize it. Atuabano. Ama Jacob for no. Na one na wo di post no nyina no na wo so ye nkwala ate se me ba na wo musuru ntu bi amen ho oh no hu but obi amen ho na me di mfie du nwotwe
18 years
1996 na me was 16 you do 98 na me di mfie mi no aka me di mfie du nwotwe kosunya ne besi ne ye frem akwada nyame
Captain Smart
yes me di ana ye de frem no akwada nyame
ewuruwuram
yeah any first people are boy you wenchi yeah and this for gwa yen wenchi yeah no gwa yen kane
suman paba
that time na professor David nyam yo kunfi ba queen dance kura no kan jamba for he was a young intelligent politician Mr. Jambafo but so what shade ni din a Kufuor transit ye a fee power a party no a feeding some so on a leader supreme leader and your national executives minka executives leadership of the party no done fi Kufuor some e bedu Akufo-Addo some on party started say egu
kakra sa
dabi egugu ntemtem tina nyen kakra
samo
heh eti ye wie 1998 abano what happened when the cancer for your rotten cassava and when the supporting no
akonta
yana na Nebukadnezar
nado
and Kufuor amfa ho na ye winning power Kufuor be fi akonya so no o kasem bi wo Kumase na nya say ye wo baabi na we twa video no we were there when he said say ne kona okọ ye nhwehwe obi a se ye to abama na ye hwehwe na ye be hunu
no one divide the party
na on cheche party nim e wo na chi
full of tension
ba Kufuor oye bosom e na o kan asem bia so okasa in parable
imagine bo
it is a one tiase a wadwene be ye o say otan obi Kufuor saw this coming. So watch this. 2016, before the elections, and the catcher say, Yapam General Secretary of the party, Apam the elected national chairman, Apam Sami Krab,
second
vice chairman,
and until Yapam winning elections. And yes, Uncle Fona Yapam on the Maya winning elections. Because come vote boom saying if indeed Kwabena Jabon had some people and he was sabotaging the NPP, he could have continued.
Yeah.
If indeed Paul Afoko was sabotaging the New Patriotic Party and had some people, they could have continued. If indeed Sami Krab was sabotaging the New Patriotic Party here in Greater Accra region, and the people that he was doing that with were still around, he could have continued.
Exactly.
But it was a wind of change that brought the MPP to power
in 2016,
and then Omokofa CPP akokora Ed Freddie Blay by no be promise party ni say obe Tobas am a constituency bia but you be seen there won be that very good. That is when the na ese Ghana fu who say nkofo we no on be dia. But let me apologize to the people of this country. Me judge them. Adomna Obwa. You can't mention Muhammad's name. Obwa Muhammad didn't say I'm going to show so. Oh, I mean, everybody is aware. Won't mean can I say?
Just when
well, where can I imagine? Hey, yeah, Kufa do I say your mama.
Obey day. Some more dia broke crow.
Oh, and some say let me apologize to the people of this country. Obey. And fast forward no party no ada eje gon pa when him data party no je gon pa dey na your national executives elections e wa Accra Sports Stadium John Boy Dulusu ye na that day enya John Boy Dulusu in na party no je gon.
Okay,
but how things were put together no and my party no eje gon e won class so because we realize it carefully MPP said that anya niam akese won kran make a party organization and your project nya member project for the very first time na wo hwe pepepe na hu se no ade no atroka emfa patron one na national chairman sisi ya
MPP
Steven Tim 2024 campaign no yede what the trase what the to ase du nkete ho a
emfa
who is who
emfa
okay. When a general secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Justin Kodua, so a lawyer. Case be no what is a way they be more court. Okay, to be only track record. Obi only track record only the party.
Oh,
I'm telling you today.
Kodua.
If you don't have a track record of your profession, you can never lead a political party. Take it or leave it. So watch this.
Track record.
Check who do you hire. What he had done with his profession before he became the general secretary of the NDC. Check Asedu Nketia, what he had done with his profession before he became the general secretary and the national chairman. Check Haruna Iseku, the MPP chairman. Check what he did with his profession before he became the national chairman. Check Dambotri. Check what he did with his profession before he became the general secretary of the party. Check na no hini into with his profession. Na no hini into and a set up kokroko Peace FM.
I know.
Edin kokroko no na de buy. Show no na de buy. And I know hini into was the first morning show presenter. I was sort of.
I know.
Aha. So check his record.
Within a profession.
Check John Buedu's record with his profession before he became the general secretary. Whether he performed as a general secretary or not, I'm talking about the profession. Then check Makunta. So a lawyer.
Yes, good.
Case Ben with the very good. So if you cannot thrive with your profession, you can never lead a tank of professionals.
Yeah, the profession, yeah, you mean.
That's right. Then you see, you do baby, you see a sabotage, you know. So what? Say sabotage what you, but woman, you know. Now, what do you not to? Fifi kwete hwa. Hwe gabo no. What's
wide?
Hwe wide. It's a difference no.
Emfa.
Okay. Hwe the women organizer of my party NDC.
Totally with Hanabisi.
Na father took it. Jemfo Emfa. Do you know why? Edu baby kura party kura bo kiti Jemfo on born enfe buga kwa sheshe excavators. Meboa.
Yeah.
Okay. Father to ho. Eko.
Emfa.
Okay. Afei brafie proper. Fa John gina ha na fa ba o me gina ha.
Gabeneso.
Fa John gina ha na fa ba o me gina ha.
Gabeneso.
And a party ne who say they are still in shock.
To omo say omo lusu.
Dabio, omo who say omo lusu, but they are still in shock. Eh? Adia enhu pa ne say wawu na waso no hu say say mawu. Na ususum na hu say wawu. No wawu wasore. Wawu say wawu. Ba wo saman no ususum na ejina ho no. Ontimi nyane wo body na da ho no masase so biom. Eti uhu obi se obi be wura dem a te say ye hwe wo movies mu no. Unya ya na nka wo ne Hopeson kasa. Ba wo kasa Hopeson onte. This is what is happening to the NPP. And Samay Gro.
The Omo yes is
Umu din Samay Gro. As Omu Musi no Mudi Umudin Samangro. If you look at how J. Kufo quickly organized the party after we lost the 1996 elections, it will marvel you and it will clap for Kufo.
Fantastic, man.
What you say? Say there na kusi. Na a whole national first vice chairman. Maybe one video no. I wanted to play the devil's advocate. So I said, oh, Ninsana Aka. I was waiting for confirmation until today. He himself confirmed. Say, or share that. And order Ninsaka microphone touching. Number one. Before the general secretary of the party, Kodua Ayɛka no, said no be akasa dada. Said that time the TV3 microphone is no fantastic. Before Sani Parusuye no obi fufu so kasai.
So Kodua wasn't the first person.
He was not the first person. It's either any nipa no di kan no kasai no. Woman ka microphone anto antwene. The actually say they don't respect Sani pa no kasai no. That's right. It's a do way so no you person we ni pa chen.
You dey man cause. You for TV3.
That's right.
We there.
Enye. The tosu bi obi say. Woni pani be ko ba we dem. Woni pani be ko. But we dem. Me tira se see ye. Me nua Hopeson ye pani chen me. Okay. We dem ma me fa ne se me ho odin. Sem fi sem ya brantie ti bene ne beko obetame wa waya so ho ba bi se dwo asa we wiewu enti dem panifo se ahod macho ebeto ahoden
one panyi ne beko
na we dem senior wo de no to nchansisi a party no ye dankwa buzia domo. Let me sit here and say that there's no tradition, political tradition, be near success where any padina here.
Very well.
eti America Democrats. When we say Democrats, the tradition of Democrats. Ya mo wo mpanifo ne di president and as will be a Republicans same.
Yeah, conservatives.
Ko UK same. Maybe obefibia same. Uba Ghana ha NDC. Womuni Rollins anagarage bibiawo
National Democratic
National Democratic Congress. If you want to look for a tradition, they will tell you PNDC. We are coming from the background, the courtyard of the PNDC. And the sister party, they just psychological introspection. The new patriotic party, if they will listen. What's a Dankwa from Eastern region? Buzia from Brong Ahafo. Ahafo Nkao. Ebonono. Okay. And then Domu. Northern region, Upper Eastern Kahu. So watch how MPP wins elections in this country. A Ashanti region, an Eastern region, and Northern Ghana, Northern region, Kakra, and Esoso. Because they have psychologically occasioned their approach and thinking that these are the people we are following them. So,
I was saying more about for Bramage TV and platform with ESO. And you see, we are just the beginning of the show. In fact, and then na TV SYZ almost studios one honorable Julius Debra ni studios one na aye hot. Ni na captain any Hopeson Adorye kopiem honum almost seti honum ablaze. In fact, obi omon fajan to but ensema omu bie so e di kire Ghana for no. Kudos na kupon shiromo se sampa inform you we Yellow Hopeson and Captain Kojo Smart etu omu ho asi o se ampa ombema Ghana for ahun MPP for omusuman ombema Ghana for ahun MPP for their true colors said omu be so Ghana kundwam de omu de oman we no ampa omu agesi omu nan so eyem anigye se sanko for me we ekutimi ekopiem with the studios of TV SYZ na fei ena fakese na ebeba so intimestro so benya abotere na watena se na wagigi wa home na watie nsem no de ediso eba yanko inkotie Hopeson enso edi bibe fase na owie no na captain so san eso mbio eno de na chise gumbe no de enamusa itebusia for let's also document betum na like it medina wa share na subscribe to the channel no for latest update. Hanum still remains your number one authentic platform Mega TV. Yankopon koso ha enhyehya obibia enti quick one mempese meche ho no yanko na enkotie nsem omobubo obi so Chief Justice Toko no the remover Madam Jemensa the remover any other related matters bia in fact Yera John Mahama enche yenim se obe react to that yenti nsani bi yakoba yebeto aso
yellow movement for change no
yes
it to be change Ghana.
Thank you. And the obana so open say ye ma we see fire chief director on fire attendants in back when you dey into where president
so when you ready
where cafe
you shase ya boy ehun ya bai
yo number 2 Mr. President wo home
president
no to going
no
what you see home
obekoko nyame aduma Saturday
okoko
business forum
yani atwapa ho
what you see
na mfi senka Eastern come to offer ni fio Mr. President
obekoko dey just okochina
you know Easter na ni
wanko to abekwakoto ye ma melody na
ene Thursday
obatampa ene Thursday china Friday
asam
obekoko dey en contem
ya ma melody na ye chel wonim say me ba be ware wa grant permission anga anye yo wase ne ba no o ma no kwan e ma no nko na me de no be ko MPP anam se efie de ye nye politics e de efie de e yo do asem nko
empress
ono oto no nyome so me kwa koya me politics anu ase sadia anu wasan ase mai enti yama me ye cheo
so kurajo mama de wuye bi
o sen
se sata mo se obetu kwan a
one day say ya kika ni nyina to
wa ya jumo okroma o
ya kika ni nyina to
captain who is a captain so so cement
one day the cement no ya be prosecute national cathedral na ya be frɛ no
yenti okoso cement
yenti ya be kan wasem yenti okoso cement no ɛse ya tutu na no na data manager kwa no kwa fa no
na manager calculate na aswa 42.5
what so cement no say me why are there no do so dey kwa ma agronfo
na kwa ba
ye wi am yen fa wo na yen ko sisa ye cement
oh da be executive secretary the baby mention me imagine cement
yen ko tutu ni omu de gu o yen ko tutu ya de
na ye swimming pool
yen fa
go for madi o man we abropa o
be say Ghana fo nyina nye din nyankopo ya dom na 2nd June du na kelo frata be PA special prosecutor ho say green
obeba
na wo say
obeba
wa ma omo nsuma me
wa ma nya den
omo nsuma me me kwa kofa na ba
Hopes Adorye
me so wo de omo nsuma me keke
yonkoi
ya kwa kofa na ba na you see baby ana captain de ewie no me famfa ho concerning how our MPP party no
I say wo frame
baby aba bebedu come there me former say me nka omo me say me movement for change for so there yeah change ni hwehwe ana change na ba na change na ba ye no wo hwe the way anuama hyase na efe ye support ye encourage ye se omunyiro omo no omo adwuma
change na efe
na Ghana ensesa Ghana sesa me na menya so mfaso won so benya so mfaso MPP for omo tutu ayampie nyina omo so be den omo benya so mfaso etiesremu let President Mahama stay focused, make sure say look at the call Easter omoko first president call a year so omoko amachi de no omoko akosa no omoko anamibwa and say the president call una wo kono wo ko akwa dress business forum wonne ye kan say adwadifo akese business people a chese omo ye takuns ni ade omo free call enclaves ni other areas and omo kwa twetwe nkomo we should tell you the vision of this administration Euro Zebra every call eto no so timaki kan yoma bum ama nyama ekoso these are some of the things we want to be seeing and be hearing so that ebe encourage amobianso so atimi akọ pepepe captain ninsamo awo kanyina no kakra bi na me de so wahun say MPP party na ngasa no say no eye declining party
bafom
emre bia bafom
afenyomo
emre bia bafom me say I am a tactician and then I will engage them make people more busy money bomb so no 28% no mon cross
28%
2028
omo cross 28
me na
Hopes
my be down August 2024 me so mbenya 39%.
Okay, yes.
And then me say 39%, but we don't cross 39%. Outstanding constituency and MI. When you are 41 point something. Now no be come home ye bibia wie no. Na ko 38.3. Na office me bie asori ame me nya ska ho. Share me share nkom brutal. Eti adene de declare na declare eba. Na waka nsem ni bebre nti I don't need to be repeating. The current state of MPP. Eya dia chese party no enya kono egu eyeyi. Look, today something small happened. Now ohwe omu poster any idea. How can Oba Besia bet ne be ma betra what disrespect me na my dey na me show because I your Oba. Because can be I say makwa attack Oba. Look, what you also your Oba one people na we share me disrespect me. I will show you the bigger disrespect. Maybe the law of Moses in a when you slap me, I will slap you, and now make sure I say me slap no be ding. Next time, when you attempt to say Oba slap me, what come here? Maybe one kaza. Maybe no. Next time. Next time, one you attempt to say Oba become me. Yesterday, me say I control the space when it comes to the politics. Never MPP ne ade. Omunti me. Eti maybe omodu ni de. Me mahu say go anegu. Look, MPP every elections committee. Every election committee. I
was Yanko Yachikakra in 2016, 169 seats. 2020, 137 seats. Now what about 2024? No about the 8 year. If we a year 2016 war banana no more the total one. No more call 2024 or more 137. 2020 137. Now baby do 88 now. Umunim the entire every abba for my baby.
Etina me say a declining party. Say one share 2028. One share no more cross of 60 seats in parliament. 60. One share among cross.
Hope so.
Yeah, can you say I'm say oh you're full of bitterness. Mo man got me made me bitterness beka.
Cry for more.
Because so a bum. Hey, Mugabe, they say baby I made or mo party na question wo. It will take the grace of God.
What your question baby?
Me say what you share 3 cycles of elections. Omo we ni be da.
Captain, hope say can't say that is you.
Captain or no trust me. What trust me?
People Japan what your question baby?
Hey, be so uncrophobia uncrophobia cause so mu free Ethiopia den akofa bi free Benin ni. Ni amo mo Ngozi aga. Chebia musie ni na Ngozi aga.
Ye tikuru mu. O kofa konfoso me yankoma de mo a. Ye de ne kwato cantonment. Akwa konfoso me yankoma de mo a.
Cantonment.
Ye de to cantonment.
Mugabe, every na me TV so. Ana omo ahia.
Bibia.
Omo ye yankoma de atwemi ababatum na omo aye ne omo be ye nyina.
Amfa.
Omo ya na nsuo. Omo say akwa we David.
Amfa.
Yanko peri enforcement.
Ne ko muko Ethiopia.
Omo Ethiopia won na leti ho ya de no. Ala ezo oba ko reinforcement akofa Benin vo abega ho.
Addis Ababa.
Me hwe saade we ya moko be nyina me ka kire mo. Omo say so mo timi de me to ho 4 p.m. na 5 p.m. omo buhie ni nyina wugro omo fe. Me say mo nsosidi da.
Omia omo.
Omo nsosidi because look me maka ye buhiem. Ye ni ewu. Unso awuntimi ni ewu.
Thank you.
Se me kokko chini pase na me hye da kuna. Wan hwe amako naked. Sa na wuntimi enkume. Eti you should get it right. Munya no mo pese mo odnante a eduro do ye say oba be pa hope tia chew. Asa cha me 14 days obendante obebobo any ade. Me kan wo ha sei muti abuntie die.
So mo pese omunua ne nante a
enu an say hope say pa chew.
Na omunua ben. Na wonya ready so be body.
Ni omunua na omo say nkonko bubu mi nwu ho no. Me ye ihu che ni say ara me tuma ni say.
Allah.
Na je kekrao. Me say edro bia ni wiase. Ebe mananante. Edro ebe mananante ni say hope say ni enkana ye be ye ono. Yes, sorry. Fache yen. Me man no 14 days from that day. Obetima ko Accra Stadium akwa bobo.
Samo ho.
Hey. Yankopon ensa da obi aso. Poga bi utie Nyankopɔn nsa da so. Nyankopɔn nsa da so. Nyankopɔn nsa da obi aso. Akoma no and direct how Nyankopɔn protection be kese ama.
O say Yomra a year removal of a year Chief Justice no. Ma Captain Embo a year on farming Umrasa Gumbinum na yen share a year global info analysts or more Sovia or my year any or more fundings or more home de aba to abontino. Yes, is it the captain? For me, more 52% of Ghanaians say Chief Justice.
Me pay global info analytics for survey. Me woman there.
Okay, young boy.
June 28, 2018. For immediate release, President Akufo-Addo removes EC chair and head 2 deputies from office. The President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has on Thursday, 28 June 2018, removed from office the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Mrs. Charlotte Osei, and her 2 deputies, Mr. Amadou Sule and Miss Georgina Opoku Amankwa, with immediate effect. Paragraph 2. This was after the committee set up by the Chief Justice, Justice Sophia Akufu. Underline Justice Sophia Akufu.
Now retired.
Pursuant to Article 1464 of the Constitution, to investigate separate complaints brought against the 3 persons by Ghanaian citizens, recommended their removal from office. The committee recommended their removal. Underline the committee. The committee recommended their removal on the basis of stated misbehavior and incompetence. Misbehavior and incompetence. Underline misbehavior and incompetence. Pursuant to Article 1461 of the Constitution, the provisions of Article 1469 of the Constitution require the President of the Republic to act in accordance with the recommendations of the committee. President Akufo-Addo has directed the 3 persons to hand over their respective schedules to the Director for Human Resource and General Services of the Electoral Commission and thank them for their services to the nation. This was June. This was signed by Mustafa Hamid, PhD, Minister for Information and Presidential Spokesperson. Mahama Che Wachese Tokunu Dateho, the Chief Justice.
Ayɛka. Na waso no wanya dan.
Wache. Samameno. She's a fine woman, a mother, an auntie, and whatever. But the reality of the matter is that, number 1, you say a misbehavior and incompetence.
The what no.
There be a way the Pam Charlotte say misbehavior. Charlotte say Charlotte say a misbehavior
towards who?
And Charlotte say you're incompetent. Okay. 1. Then tina Akufo-Addo na nkasa ne time. We initiative processes so you talk on.
So it didn't start today.
No. Let them come and deny. Nana do tia bemuno. People petitioned him to investigate the Chief Justice and remove her from office.
Tino kasa Mahama Ache no.
John Ache na me ono atada ya na oye metombo. Hwe Chief Justice baye no. Okose a serious constitutional blunder. Menye lawyer. But she caused a serious constitutional blunder. And a lawyer phone bia. Woman say mamena cause blunder, but say woman hwe yi nso a ebema judicial no nim egu ase mo no. Etisim so mu defend. Say lawyers no ka say no mu nim de no. No mu nim say de mamena ye ne nye. But now for the image of the judiciary in totality,
moyɛ quiet
ɛsɛ sɛ wɔn defend na enyonyam kakra na aka no
deɛ ne siɛ
deɛ siɛ ne sɛ ɔkyekyere parliament nsa gu n'akyi ɛyɛ n'adwene sɛ ɔbɛbɔ bag bi na ɔyɛ speaker ne buka
ɔkwan bɛɛ so
na sɛ wɔn deɛ kɔkɔ supreme court yi so ɔno ana tim hwɛ deɛ ɔyɛ church atwitwi kata. You see, professional misconduct and professional misbehavior are dangerous. She thought, sir, the MPP will win. But let me say this today. If the MPP had won, come be within 2 months.
Achieve that.
Men are catch her. She's aware. That is why she wrote that stay no no person ohwe na ohu say de na watete say MPP fo no bi tro about him sakufa do nyina di no say ye no na Mahama gina so MPP de na ogina so na say petitions for that is why she wrote to the president of her copies.
Wow. Captain Smart.
Eti na onim o hint no otete bi dent na eno de na do amane copy.
The first one.
Yes, I didn't amane copy. Na nya obeyi no ba so yi na kadebesi na say na maame no sebe oni na dwuma.
Ananya at the same time obi aka na nya obeyi no na no so recommend some judges be say for monko.
They be send na dwuma no
Supreme Court.
And the constitutional right.
So be recommend you.
Yeah, the constitutional right. Or was that powers no. Ti yenya mpamo ne de. Say ya ti heya won ko breaki. So to me fra wo yene ne monko mo phone so.
This is me
Just we. Jo sa to me no.
To so watch Mahama che.
Oh, watch it. Watch out. You don't na che o. Ese by now easy boss ko da. We are Chief Justice, sir. When I will supervise all the judges in this country.
In the courts.
And the courts in this country.
Yeah.
Adia baku betimi ama o man we aboto elections. To say the election petition ebeto anima. Eni kwan say we ye wo ho to say ajeman. Wabra won ye adwuma XYZ. Esesa we make sure say judge na or sitting on it no. Say oye de enyem pa we fetch no wa correct it. And election who presidential petition yemfa nkwa high court. Yemfa nkwa appeals court. Ye tam straight in Supreme Court. Parliament who asem bia no
high court.
You can high court. And then you sit there. Now why then? What's a parliament a goofy? Really? Wabra constitution not share the independence of each of the three arms of government.
Tinaka se chechire bag bin sagu nechi.
Chechire bag bin sagu nechi. Obo bag bin fin. And the MPs na parliament. Wutu the phobia na ontie. I am reliably informed that at a point one time the then president called her and told her to stay away from the issues.
Okay.
Yes. Stay away from the issues because don't forget, say, Nanado, or a lawyer, Yafa Bibian Tunche.
Classmate no ni.
Or a lawyer. Number two, a lawyer for now do more call Supreme Court to say lawyer Dennis Num, Yoni Kolendi Num, Nadam Fopa Okujato, uncle, their friend say, respectable lawyer Sam Okujato. These are lawyers. I mean, lawyers. You think Nanado will not take advice from them?
Yeah, of course.
He did. And they told Nanado in plain language that, Chief, Obano, waiting. And until Ena Abrantia no petition, the first petition I am for you Akufa the time. No, yet no Jubilee House. Hey. Chief. As a man, I can't Kruma.
Your petition first one.
First one, no, yet no Jubilee House. And then you need the man transfer. So, Obi, I see you need the election. I just let her know. Yes, you transfer. No.
Abrantia no.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then, of course, we didn't say president didn't nice see from Nanado didn't nice see from. No, catch us, baby. A whoop here. Omaine kono mame what the omaine ko hye amenem e de oyune ebeba mame yentie he body language wo ho obia betimi atena program bi asena body language ne ade
ya no mama e videos ni bi
but hwede na Mahama gina ho kan state of the nation's address. Look at how she behaved as an born the president of the land. Really? Even J. Kufuor behaved. Even J. Kufuor, he had a diplomatic body posture. Right? Nana Kuredu Wajiban Rollins, evergreen.
The body language, Yakasa.
Body language is dangerous than anything in this world. What will say?
Action speaks
louder than words.
But now, you hear more defending.
Oh, please. What's happening now? Okay.
We didn't hear Kakra.
Yeah. Na yeah. Per
Mama video no Kakra.
Yeah, told him I was say China near rap.
Your video na I ready. I'm fan to.
Yeah, can you I say China near rap? What's happening now? Okay. Men to aso.
Me try video.
Okay.
Call it for afenyo video. Production team ada.
E be den afenyo en defend. Because ono ne pia asem ne koye. Ba me
video na ready.
Fire.
Certain individuals in government to push for the removal of the Chief Justice. The judiciary should not be seen as part of the partisan political system in our country. All we need is to have an impartial judiciary to dispense justice. What is happening is unacceptable, and it's clear that the NDC government wants to infiltrate the judiciary and make it partisan. But my advice to all judges in the country: stand together. Let not somebody create an impression of one of you and think that by dislodging one of you, you will be the next. The next day, you would also be the next. So judges in the country must stand together. The judiciary must stand as one body and make a full statement to condemn this act.
Captain. Sure. Very dangerous.
Oye no. Yetete ho sa wo krum ha sa. And the bag been di nyansa e bo Ghana ho ban. Look, let me tell you, as there na course with Supreme Court no, it was a very fertile grounds for a chaotic whatever to have happened in this country. Saturday na course with Supreme Court no, chichire parliament in sagu na chi. All yet the open one, it was a fertile grounds for a military takeover.
Wow.
I'm telling you, because by that time, the Chief Justice threw away our constitution and made rubbish out of it. Thinking that Nana Nebuchadnezzar and I appointed. No.
Is it not too harsh?
No, she rubbished our constitution. Okay. Not her. Hey, or your boy can't go to that level. Fantastic. With a woman.
Fantastic.
She rubbished our constitution. And whatever thereof are that womb. Talking about the independence of the three arms of government. And I said, say, into the man anado. Obi petition is a pamamino. Because lawyer from penny for one memo had two nanado for say, we dear a blunder.
At that time.
Yes. And what happened? The Koba yin and say, ye yin say, see ya, BBB and then see also politics sometimes timing is also key.
Yeah. The
And
timing was not good.
MPP penny for
That time.
a one more train so any idea.
Not now.
And now be seen there. Me, I will never be surprised that the MPP lawyers they are happy said John Mahama be Chief Justice.
Very well.
And 62%, 52% see you know is
52% in this
is 52% now info analytics for say yemfanyi tokununu is o pass see yentinsi Ashanti region and crying any voter obi beka so NDC stronghold yentinsi Ashanti region na wo de bisa Chief Justice onkwa na manenko ne wo kasa onkwa na wateke manenko no we so ateke na hwe nipa dodo obenya wo bisa nipa 10 bia obenya 9
to onkwa na wontra
waya
ma me
oh me ka to say wache okọ oh say yeah oh okọ no owie we ya onyi jemensa
boss man so
oh say the two ko ye no e ka Charlotte ho no two enkohwe menu kafra yama opposition wo mem ha wo ho amema odin bi na hwe wo mo ho due to me. First one ayo penin Kodwo Afarijan,
man of integrity.
Oya bunu ni internadwene no ebunu wo mu emu do.
Why so pompe plan?
Se wo hwe Kodwo Afarijan Patron one appointing no easy boss. Any Rollins.
Yeah.
Very good. Kufoba no ya Afarijan edi. Dentra. Fantastic. Kodwo Afarijan ede ono se oye Ghana ni no na me wo tumi se me ye easy boss akaka bensam na denden no eto nchen onya ne bi ye bottle back no obogu so na nyame ye na adom na se ne nsaka ne matches na onya ne siga ne to so a Ghana nko na odwen ono bi adi asem enti wo ye NDC ni a o say do not come to my house. I don't want anybody to come to my house. If I have not invited you to my office and you are a politician, do not come to my house, my office. When I need you as a politician, we will call a general meeting, we will all meet. Kodwo Afarijan, ye EC boss, Rollins time. Or ye EC boss, Kufuor time. Or ye EC boss, Professor Mills time. Or ye EC boss, Eddie Mahama time.
Until retire.
Until Okor retirement. Enti president yenya wo mo e wo Ghana ha e wo Fourth Republic no emu nan se nyese na okọ retirement me gidi yesa nka Kodwo Afarijan that ho and Ghana ni bi enya Afarijan ho asem anka da ono ni nipa ma yete ase say elections are won at the polling station, not EC head office
or Tesano place
police training college. Elections are won at the polling center. Number 2, Mami Georgina Theodora Wood, Chief Justice, who appointed
President Kufuor.
President Kufuor appointed Georgina Wood. Mills by no, I didn't know Mills, you know.
How much when you know?
I didn't know Mills when you Georgina Wood. Because a Jumana Georgina Wood here, maybe Mama, o cotton fear or no catch us will be in City Kunudros, or being City Kunusinglet to be, but no, do fear no yield entirely to go as Chief Justice, or born a brow fear to say, Mamma, or yet na. Odini Wunia from Kufuor time, I do Professor Mills. Mills by and my mini dini wuni sa besi John Mahama time. Obi ante no ho asem ko sisa nkofo bi di asem be share no kon say yes wakota asase wo isle go mi hwa na enyo no anti Georgina Wood bi ayo no mi hwa na enyo no adentina Mahama ampam no
kwasina na djuma so
adentina Mills ampam no
na djuma so
adentina Kufuor ampam no
na djuma so
nti dentina ye pa maame we
na djuma so
bam
obse
Wonim
tisimai
easy there or the far away mama fanfa na mintensi mama there so look
ma inkenko
this is the time ya toaba na ya declare Emma na asat now parliament aya adwuma e won the 4th month mu na a constituency yentimi and declare ɛnyɛ sɛ yɛanto aba no yɛato aba no ɛso so yɛntimi declare ɛti ni MP ɛwɔ parliament a wɔ represent wɔ mu. Is it not incompetence? Is it not? Chese ɛno backgrounds for the remover.
Now we president officer. Eso bi some pija. They declare the winner. Now we go to office. Now we say masa overturn the decision no.
Emra no so nte sa.
CI127.
Emra ni say so declare wi a ye better ni na ana eje support. Adenti na mo koye musa kokoye recollation ayeyi. Look. Oya MPP for so mo kita scan copy. Enye original na de scan no. E di original no hin. Ubi so mo so a o mo se a ye hu. I mean, just say wo dwene ho a o ye dan ate ase. Eti
dollar ma 7 kan 07 wa shi studio ha. Wow, nipa. Alaji kaleta ko
Alaji ye jiao eja ndo ha no we bi ana
obosketu obodo
why we ana we say ka grab better ma enye ti say pz
dollar ma
so we need eti microphone there look hwe MPP ama say no you are politicizing all our institutions who say Drew baby yes papa look Charlotte Benza Charlotte was say ne petition no munya bi kengan
obi wa ha
nipa na oye yi no mote ne nka kokosi se yeyi ni free ho dabi
na onu nipa kono
Tròùblɛ House organized that petition because it was an agenda say look Charlotte was say must go it was an agenda
captain nipa no
so many more
me say
Tròùblɛ House one
they wrote the petition.
One more quiet the weekend hotel be.
They wrote the petition there
because they knew what they were going to do in 2020, and they were afraid that if Jane, Charlotte, because so what, I'm trying to why fair. Because the first win, Madam say the chairperson of the Electoral Commission on 30th June 2015 assumed office as article blah 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 of the Ghana Re Insurance, a public company, contrary to Article 444 of the 1992 Constitution. When the issue was raised, the PRO of the Ghana Re confirmed that she only signed on December 5th, 2015. Hwade ni you what say wakoye ade no ewo 2015 nanka so no ba ye June na mu no no American no science. This means that whilst holding office as the chair of the commission, she was still a board member of the Ghana Re Insurance. Oh, come on. The main way you know say your board ni din so be ye EC chairperson no. Na Charlotte say or your board member or your board member. The response of the man Charlotte say no Troy or say Ghana Re Insurance is a limited liability company with shares held by the government of Ghana. It's not a Ghana buying Ejuma.
Wow.
A non-executive director position is not a public office.
What's the tea?
The woman is a lawyer. This is what Charlotte wrote. In the context of Article 444, which my esteemed counsel should well know. Why? Why do you do this?
Enti ye ka nyina ne say ye ka ne say Jemensa ne nhyehyeye ene ade no. Yes. Yes. Ne nhyehyeye a che say odi aba mu nyina no. Eye ade a be de the word incompetence no e show. Say ya to aba wie na asatena yentimi nye. Wasan abubu emra so. No, I don't know say be ko under misbehavior say then they I don't know. Jemensa say ya declare wo bi
incompetent
ya declare di pa na wie hwe do bi ko be ja say NC for that more money anya den a nko mo jefrinis ani sam so won e no ya ka de say mia menua madamfo a me pena sempa okan ko central aha wo hu say de se kokoye no ane so ekokodane ye other places I say wɔn dan wohwɛ anɔdɔmprɛ ɛhɔ nom hwɛ akwatia ɛne ne ɛka ho ne nyinaa yɛgya mu ɛne yɛtete ho saa just like that. Say who politicize the institutions are. Do you think say nipa no obaba ne ono ba metra se mfa ne sanhye de dem from obeto aso ne na wo ye no obeto aso so wo ne tie no eti say na no ka no wo no akwakofa ahwede abafie
once na ba ya so
eti once na begu ha se ade na once na begu ha se bebe.
Oh, bravo, 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 bravo. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. Ah, mon ami, merci beaucoup. My friends, you have done very good job. You have done very good job. Excellent. This is bon ami, good, bon. In fact, very good. What I say, very good. And uti ensemo enkofoi ebubosu ya. Hoping you will be Adorye ene papa. Captain Koje Smart, me mentor, my dear ura captain. Uti say enkofo matami NPP, and their aim is to collapse the party. Their aim is to what? Bring down the party. Now, and some no more can. Efa MPP third vice chairman saa kwa we na oka se obi a obeba obe ready ni house e East Legon bia no nipa kro ni bi no akwa ho sere o national security be 10 pe soldiers be 15 pe about fear oni hwan ni bewu ana se wo mun na bewu anya obi a ni bewu yenso so violent so ha yenso so sabi ensinhunu so ha sa papa we esheda edin nsa ball media general TV3 omo microphone eto nchen se omo mo ntie nsem ni bi Mr. MPP4 mo wo kwantwa papa because party na nyemu nyina na sabi mo niema mo ye enyo enso na mmom enkofo bi no ngum bia mo hihye no mo dwiri and it is so sad. It is really sad. Eya and the party MPP die ti say any party we say we a young guy we a young girl who pay aim in politics in Ghana say we join it because first omo embu sebi omo members. Secondly, they don't have opportunity for the young generation in the party, the young people in the party. And to share na do dan kwaku fa do buy nkukrafo ene mrewafo nkwa na ofo as ni cabinet ministers, na appointees, and CEOs, the directors, the DCs, MCs, but enehwe yewra John Dramani Mahama. With the kind of the young people, with the kind of young Ghanaians what should they recruit you? What should that salary? What should that more appointment? Someone so they should try their luck. Because Nkukrafo aboji esa na so mutu ohwara etwarugu emabundie mu. Nkukrafo bedu ba wi betwe ye ne yehu Akufo-Addo, ebedu ba betwe ye yehu John Mahama, ebedu ba betwe ye ne yehu Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, ebedu ba betwe ye ne yehu Yewura Siedu Nketia, ebedu ba betwe ye ne yehu Yewura Akufo, yehu Yewura Nepo, yehu and the other big people are more edro mu mpanfie so. And that is natural. You be an ebu movie. And maybe some beko. The issue here is to groom the young people in the party, give them chance, give them positions. No months intimate and perform it so that a Drew Honoma we can hold it uprightly, we can hold it with firmness. But MPP4 we say Modern Nkukrafo into her third vice chairman in a body Sibia no de Honoma ana okikaka microphone egu from adenya media general oni TV3 brand mu ye campaign omo call mo network so a omo embarrass omo with I mean sensitive questions. Omo ye news for mo ho they always bring them down. Na mo yɛ fi de mo de NDC 2016 no. Ɛdeɛ na omo mfa nye NDC in 2016 wɔ kurom ha. Ɛdeɛ kwan pa na nkofo mfa nye Ghana media mo kwadwo pɔnko no mo nyina mo ka bi. Eti ne aduru NPP for so a omo so omo nti ase. Eti third vice chairman ni buofu a otototo microphone to twene. And it is a shame. Me hwɛ video no na ɛyɛ me sere. Me hwɛ video no na ɛyɛ me twe. Se panyini pa se bi ebu se bi nya do abɔgye se afufita na wotena se na woyɛ saa deɛ woya. Wo pese nkwada the young people in the party no. What are they supposed to do? Where was a woman advice? What a more engage so share video na me mfa nche me ntumi show video do ha mom. But me sure sa trendy when you be a share. O share ya na Stephen Cody n'anim asesa. Afenyo market n'anim asesa. Adam payfo bi na gise na John fo bi omu gina kire no. I mean omu no omu mfa hwe ho. Omu gina kire no omu kata omu ano no omu sere. You see? Sad. They are laughing at themselves, and they will laugh at themselves, and they will laugh at the wrong side of their mouth at wrong time. It's any hopes na Medicare can make quite some matter. Say MPP for 2028, a bedding, so cross 30. Misoma can't somewhere 20 around 20%, 28, 27, 20 korom. Because subaya mu de na dino omo ntimi enya de papa bia ebima Ghana for adwen asesa de omo ya ni sade achi press conference upon press conference and it doesn't make any sense. Abuja for mama fa wonsi enti captain eni minua me papa mum Hopeson Adorye mommy no aiden atimi ase ho ama kama and enenso mi se Jennifer Queen eni omokare say remember Papa Hopeson easy UTV and the time me record me see me show mo kwa na mada because na asem na e me sere me see ade asem pa Jennifer Queen do ba sesan su ba sesan ayes yem fa kasa oba wa no kate people for na su ba na omuwum na mbo mo they should change it emboa because opposition yen tenase with any ordin opposition ye di kasade opposition se bi ebrusi bi nyado ye di strategy akonia san nyina so Johnson so minimum opposition to go and ask Johnson and say don't get here General Mosquito non chidamo how to stay in opposition with strategies obechiremo na wontina wono na won kasa na mo bonko for microphone sungu sankofo na etu aba o omoto aba aya na yemi ya so buye free se sankofo mo yes anso no omunso nyankofo omuntu aba Ghana they also vote into yes no we embarrassing them and they will keep on spreading news ebema mo mai frustrated and you will always lose vote me ba me che ba fu nyankopon hira wo United States of America nyankopon yo kese ma me roya bi wo UK and obi bia hwe Bega TV no nyankopon hira ma me roya bi be pie wo Ghana yenko na subscribe to Royal B TV and obi bia hwe Mega TV no nyankopon hira. I salute you. Bye bye.